Hey, hello everybody. This is Mike the Average Guy, and I have just finished week 11 of Nutrisystem. Um, for the week, let me give you. So my weight, I did weigh a day later today. I weighed today instead of Wednesday, and that'll happen again next week. Um, I hit 224.8, which is a huge amount. Even though the scale was fluctuating, um, I'm taking the 224.8 versus the 225.2. It just seemed to be fluctuating. So that is putting me at basically 32, 30 pounds exactly from when I was on weight when I started Nutrisystem from week one. But if you guys remember, I lost 2 pounds the week before doing some Nutrisystem with some older stuff. So regardless, I'm down 32 pounds. I don't care. It's all about that. This last week was it was a tough week. And let me tell you, some of the things I seem to be, this last week was very difficult where I was out, it seemed like every single day. And I think I mentioned I had like a poker. They get these big giant hoagies. I did make some not so good decision on that. I was all right with eating the hoagie while I was there. When I left, though, it was whatever it was, midnight or whatever. I came home early when I lost, but I did win money the first game. I probably took a piece like that, another, this big giant hoagie, and brought it home and ate it. That was the old Mike, eating things that I know what we do at that time of night and that much. There was no reason to do it except for how good it tasted. So this week was a little tough in terms of some of the food that I ate throughout, but I also still tried to do better. Oh, that's what it was. Last Friday, I ended up going to dinner, is really where with my kids, and we went to Olive Garden, and there was just something I was craving, and no problem with it. It was their steak gorgonzola or something like that, which I like. But it's a fettuccine alfredo, which I'm not even a big fettuccine alfredo guy. But with the steak, it's really good. So I ended up getting that with salad. So last week just was not the best. So I'm quite happy to have lost, a pound and a half or 1.4, I think it was. I'm not even sure where I was at. Yeah, I think I was at 262.4. So anyway, I'm under 225. This next week is going to be a little tougher from the fact that I am traveling out of town tomorrow. I'm going to visit my parents in Florida, and I won't necessarily I won't have my Nutrisystem food. I am taking some of the stuff, but I've already have planned and thinking in advance. So that's what I'm advising to you, and I'll let you know how it went. I'm planning to, like, I already got my food ordered from her. So I know, like, breakfast is, my mother makes these little quiches. They're kind of like a quiche, but they're very healthy for whatever they're doing. I think they do South Beach diet. But they're really good, and it's perfect, similar to the breakfast that we get here, and then I'll put some fruit on with it. As well as cottage cheese and yogurt for my snacks is what I'll have, most of them. So I'll probably eat some better snacks. Lunchtime, I know we'll go out a few days. I am taking a few dried things down. But when I go out, I mean, I'm not, I'll make the better decisions like I have, with a burger or with the chicken that's grilled, possibly just even on, not on a bun or a sandwich, and then with a side of something good. Oh, that's where I started last Wednesday. I did have a big bacon burger last week for the first time. It was on special, and my mouth was watering. I might even said that on the call or on my update. Okay, so, I hope from last week, I know I jump all over the place, I always do, but I hope from last week that you got the 40% savings if you went out to some of those gift cards. I haven't looked over the last week. I actually just delayed my order a couple weeks because I have a lot of food that I want to catch up on before I do my next order, which would be my fourth order. I will mention again, switch up the food. I'm really switching it up and trying to have a lot more variety. And I'd rather, I think, at the end of the month, wish I would have got more of a certain food. And then that way I'm craving it for the next time. Versus, you know what? I'm sick of the meatloaf sandwich, which you guys know how much I was eating those. I'm sick of the Hot Pockets. But there's still a lot that I'm still going with that. I'm just trying to mix it up some. But I'm trying to still stay, as I mentioned to you, with a lot of the frozen food, the majority. But I do have some stuff that I am taking down with me to Florida. And I'll be back next Wednesday night. Excuse me. Okay, so tough week, but I am going to actually try to exercise down there. Make sure I'm actually going to refocus on my water, because even though I'm drinking it now and I'm going, I just felt this week I felt a little parched at times, where I did need to drink some more water. So I'm going to keep this one as a short one, but I am broke the 225 mark, huge. So in my mind, if I've lost 32 pounds, I'm not even halfway. That's the funny thing. But I still got a long way to go. You guys see some of my suits in the background hanging there. I also got a whole other closet with some suits in that none of them fit. So I'm still hoping. I think I have to get at least another 10 pounds. It's 10 to 15 that I'll be able to start getting into my suits, and not feel like, a whale. I still feel big. What's weird is now, I'm on a slower weight loss of that, 1 to 2 pounds a week that we know we were going to get to, but I'm not seeing it as much, which is easy, which is going to happen because you're not having those drastic things. But when I get out of the shower at times, I'm like, oh, as my stomach feels bigger. But I know that it is, if I'm losing weight, that it is going down, and even my face. I think some of you have made some comments, and some other people. I feel that it still looks so much bigger, but I guess not if I would go back to week 1 and look at that, and I'm proud. 32 pounds is a tremendous amount of weight loss, but I'm not going to sit back. I'm not going to tell myself, oh, wait, I did this so I can go out and eat all this stuff and eat horrible for the next week. I'm not going to do that at all. So I'm still pushing. My goal is next week to continue to lose that 2 pounds. I'm cautiously optimistic just because, I've been there in the past, and they tend to have a lot of junk laying around at my parents. So I try not to eat that. It's just, and I won't. So other than that, I'll have some. I'm sure I'll have ribs one day. And a couple good things, but other than that, I'll eat pretty healthy because I think they are trying to. Okay, so you guys have a great week. It's a short one, but not much to say. Make sure you got the 40% on the Raise app if you haven't, if it's still out there. But you're still going to save tremendous. I usually have seen them between, around the 20%. So going up to 40 was just phenomenal. The weather's going to start getting nice here, and I'm sure most places, if you are not unless you're in one of the places that we're all jealous about, in the cold places in the Midwest, if you're in one of the warm places, then it's going to get real hot for you, but at least we can start more exercising outside and doing more activities, which is starting to happen already. Okay, so have a great week. That's week 11. I know some of you guys have mentioned you're a couple weeks behind me or around the same. Keep it up. Get those, make that sugar-free Jell-O, I don't want to call them cheats because they're not cheats. Do the things that help you move on. Where have you guys known I always did the pickles, I did the hot peppers. I haven't done hot peppers in probably a month now, a bite here and there. I moved on to the pickles. And to be honest, some nights I'll eat a whole jar of them. There's not really anything in them. And even if there is, you're getting just such a small amount of calories, and it just adds some explosion of taste for me. Made some Jell-O a few days last week. Best part is my son made it because he was all excited, and then he was at his mom's place for a few days, so they know what happens when food's left here like that. But it's so easy to make. You can make it every morning. Throw some fruit in, cut up some strawberries, throw that in. It's a great snack that you can eat anytime. I'm also going to be taking some of my shake mixes too, because I did order, I think I mentioned when I did order 28 of those. The first time I ordered, I got a whole bunch of the shakes, my first real order, because they were like 50% off, and I like them. But I think I've only drank 1 or 2 of them since I've got that. So I'm going to continue to do that because I am having some hunger pangs here and there that are coming up because I'm not eating enough of what Nutrisystem is telling me to eat as well. So it's nothing. I'm eating the Nutrisystem food, but a lot of the times I'm not adding that extra protein and carb. So whether it be in the morning for breakfast, have a hard-boiled egg or fried egg up or something like that, or some I used to use. In fact, I haven't done that this whole time. Spicy chili beans is one of my favorite. So I would put that on top of the omelet and everything just to add. It has the fiber. I mean, the beans are really good for you. So I need to start getting back to doing that, as well as, I've been missing a lot my 10 o'clock snack, which I didn't even have a snack this morning. I had the breakfast and that was it. So it's lunchtime now. I'm going to go grab a sandwich, probably chicken today. It's going to be a grilled chicken sandwich, and just keep moving. If and I say it every week, if you do something bad, that's you're not happy with, just move on. Your life, yes, you want to have focus that I'm making good decisions, that I'm eating well, because if you're on here and watching this, you probably aren't feeling well. You're sloppier than you used to be. You don't have the energy. You just don't feel comfortable in your body. So that being said, don't go extremes. It's all or nothing. If you have those tastes, you try to focus on just having a taste or a little bit of it, instead of overindulging, which happens, as well. So we need to just, we're all in the same place. We're all together. I'm seeing it. It's coming off. I'm feeling so much better. I know I've said it probably for a month, roll in exercise. Being I'm in Florida, it's going to be nice. I'm really going to push to do that, several of the days as well. But don't get down on yourself. I mean, just move to the next one. It's not one, hey, I get bummed out. I will tell you this every week. You see, I'm lost 32 pounds. Every week, I'm like, sometimes on Monday or Tuesday, I'm 3 pounds or 2 pounds over still what I was, or on Mondays from the week before. And I'm like, holy cow. But I think a lot of times when it's harder on the weekends that I am eating out or eating something different. Maybe even the chicken that I got for lunch. I went out and had lunch yesterday. It was a grilled chicken with hot peppers. Is what I mentioned. I get all the time. Well, it's healthy, but you know what? I'm getting 3 big flattened chicken breasts like that, and I am eating all 3 because I don't want to come home and, well, whatever my reasons are, but I'm making sure that I'm getting the vegetables with it, and not eating the pasta, or they try to bring me the bread with the oil, and they know now when I walk in, oh, okay, no bread for you. No desserts. I don't need it. You know what? I'm having a lot of fat-free lattes almost every day. I'll go get a latte at Starbucks, or even there they have a nice cappuccino. Then I'll get some of those. But yeah, does it add some calories? Big deal. 80, I think, in a big latte or something like that. So just continue. Keep your head up. Don't get down on yourself. Don't feel, if you messed up once. If you gained weight in a week, don't worry about it. I mean, I bet if I would have stepped on the scale yesterday, I know that I had not lost any weight. I was probably right where I started, or whatever. It's just somehow cleaning out that body of some of the junky stuff that we put in as well, to show your true weight loss. So that's why I'm generally only jumping on it, once a week. I mean, I might step on it throughout the day, because I always know after I do this, by Fridays and Saturday mornings, I'm always down a pound or more. And then by Sunday and Monday morning, that's all gone, and then I'm up a couple pounds. And then, so I definitely eat cleaner during the week. And what will happen, when I eventually, in a few months, when I hit my weight that I'm happy with and I want to stay there, I will look at that. Maybe I'm doing the Nutrisystem just during the week, and on the weekends, I'm just making better decisions that way. But over the last week, I ate hot dogs. I think I might have mentioned this on the last one. I'm not sure, because my timing sometimes gets messed up. But I had hot dogs for the first time, where I had 2 of them, where I usually used to get 4. That wasn't last week. I talked about that. I've had some wings a couple times. Don't cut out everything that you want and you like, because it's going to make you want them more. So sorry, I babbled for another, 6 minutes after I said I was getting off. So have a good week and keep it up.